Yeah. Thank you. All right. I call the Milliken Board of Trustees meeting for April 24th, 2024 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the town clerk please call roll?
Trustee Beckman?
Here.
Trustee Dean?
Here.
Trustee Lane?
Here.
Trustee Meisner?
Here.
Trustee Wakeman?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Here.
Mayor Austin?
Here. Thank you. Does anybody have any additions or deletions to the agenda? I do have one. We're going to table item number 4 for Accessibility. We're still working on the agreement. Anything else? I'll take a motion.
Move to approve the amended agenda.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean?
Yes.
Trustee Lane?
Yes.
Trustee Meisner?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Yes.
Mayor Austin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We are now at citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens that would like to address the board this evening? Guess nobody wants to talk to us, so we'll move on. All right, is there any discussion or comments on the meeting minutes of April 10th, 2024? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Lane?
Yes.
Trustee Meisner?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
Trustee Dean?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Yes.
Mayor Austin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We have the acknowledgement of the paid list of bills. Does anybody have any comments or questions for the finance director? Okay, I guess we're spending money wisely, so we will now move on to the town administrator's report. Administrator Powell.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and trustees. As I was explaining during the work session this evening, staff has met with Crystal May with DOLA. We met on Tuesday to go over the town's grant application for the alluvial well blending project. This project will utilize alluvial wells that were once used at the reverse osmosis plant. And this water will be blended with the central welled water at the storage tank on County Road 21. Using these wells will provide the town with over 100 acre-feet of additional water annually. Staff will present the application to the DOLA board in Montrose at the end of May. So we'll be taking a trip to Montrose. Police Department applied for a Safer Streets grant and they were awarded $49,000. This amount will be used for a mobile camera system to be utilized around town. This system has 4 cameras attached to a pole and a trailer base with a generator, and it could be placed anywhere. It can be placed or used in areas that have had more criminal activity. If something was going on, we could place that there and see if we could catch anything. And also we can use it during our events. So if a lost child, something like that occurs, one of those 4 cameras may catch something. Those cameras are tied into the monitors here at the police department. So I think this is a great grant to receive. Weld County Road 23 3/4 project is coming along nicely, and it's starting to take shape. So hopefully things continue to go smooth on this project. Hilltop Broadband will begin to install fiber connectivity in the Settlers Village subdivision starting on Monday. So yay, some alternatives, at least in the Settlers Village area, and hopefully they will expand that if they receive, good feedback from those folks there. I do know the town of Platteville has Hilltop Broadband, and the town manager there says everybody's pleased with it. They're also in Berthoud.
Will it be in the entire Settlers Village?
I believe so. They're gonna do it phased through there.
Okay.
So, yes. It's a closer density or a larger density, if you will, subdivision, where it makes it more feasible for them to do it there. At the same time, again, Comcast is coming to town. That will hopefully be happening this, I think the contractor they were going to initially use, I think their costs were increased considerably, so they are now looking for another provider to help them with the connection here in Milliken. Once that's done, they will let us know, and hopefully that'll be in the next couple weeks. So,
Can I ask one more question?
yes.
So they're going to be digging, right? And for the lines?
John, could you help me with this question? So dig it for Hilltop, is that
Yeah.
who you're talking about?
Yeah.
And
They're gonna be digging for those lines?
Yeah, what was that thing?
are they gonna be digging to install?
There'll be directional work, a lot of it. The only place that they'll be digging is when they have to, put in their, connection pins. So it'll be a small, 2x2, in-ground blocks.
Okay. So they're using lines that are currently there?
Correct.
But Comcast would have to run all new lines?
Probably.
Comcast will be running all new line. Hilltop is just using what infrastructure is already in there.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thanks, John. Public Works has been working on culverts. This one was on County Road 44. Fixing irrigation leaks, getting ready for our irrigation season, planting trees, which they did in Sappington Park for Arbor Day, which was really nice, and installing drip line for these trees. They're just busy getting cleanup done around town, so. That's all I have. If you have any questions for me.
So we do have a citizen's comment. People were very complimentary in Colony Point about the work that our Parks Department is doing out there and the cement that they put down. One person did want to know if it's possible to put a bike rack out there.
Yes, I did see that comment, and I reached out to Keith. Keith already has investigated that, and it looks like we already have a bike rack that we will be installing once ordered.
Great. Right on top of things, thank you. The other citizens complaint we have, and this could be the time of year where more people sleep with their windows open, but we've got people on the west side of town and Mad Russian talking about the trucks, in particular coming down 257, using their brakes.
The Jake brakes?
Jake brakes, yes.
Yes, I also saw that comment too. And I agree with the citizen. My office faces Highway 60, is right alongside of it. And I've heard the brakes being used through town more frequently recently than I have in the past. Now, there's also been an uptick, I believe, in the amount of traffic that's been going through. But at the same time, it's prohibited in town. We do have an ordinance that specifically says you cannot use them in town. So I am going to investigate. I do know, and I sent an email to John too to see if he can help me with this, but I do know on Highway 257, there is a sign posted that those brakes are not allowed, but I'm not sure. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if there's any posted on Highway 60. I don't recall, but when you drive through so many
Every day.
times, you just might miss it. So,
Okay. We've been through this before.
yeah.
The sign put on 257 was put up by a homeowner. It was not put up by the CDOT. It was not put up by the town of Milliken. Jake brake is a safety device for that hill going down there, so we cannot regulate Jake brakes on 257. We went through this when my wife was code enforcement officer
Okay.
with CDOT. That was the
And I can
the
see
answer,
that.
because she dealt with 20 people up there that filed complaints about the Jake brakes.
I
CDOT
could.
said we cannot stop them from using Jake brakes going down that hill because it's a safety device for
for slowing it down.
Track.
And I can certainly understand that on the hill, but when the speed limit through town is now posted at 25 miles per hour, why is somebody putting on their Jake brake outside of my office?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, you know, they shouldn't be going at a speed that they would need that, nor is there a hill or something. It would be different if somebody went in front of them. I would, you know, that would stop them quicker, as my assumption. You know, whether a car or pedestrian. But the frequency, I think it's just coming through town a little higher speed than they should be. And maybe seeing a police officer or something. But I completely agree. You know, coming down that hill on Highway 257, it's a scary stretch. And when you've got a heavy truck, it's harder to brake and stop at the type of speeds that you need to with that much of a grade difference.
Well, we've requested before parking a police car out here on 60. Doesn't have to have an officer in it at all times, but it does have an impression upon people to slow down a lot faster. So I think we need to go back to doing that.
I did reach out to Chief and did send him the complaint as well. And so he's aware. You know, and I think if they're using it through town here and disturbing people at the residences, maybe a couple of these people driving these trucks, once they're stopped, and the word will get out that they're enforcing this. But, yeah. Thank you very much for that information.
Trustee Dean?
Yes, and I understand what Trustee Ehrlich is saying about that's probably a safety issue. Unfortunately, with that sign, many of the residents in the Mad Russian neighborhood think that is something that is enforceable. So I think it would be worthwhile to confirm that with CDOT and do something with, and I know people don't read the newsletter, but nonetheless, try and inform them that this is not something that we're able to regulate because of the safety issue. I know I've had neighbors complain to me, and which is fine, and it's particularly noticeable as you go down Birdie Drive as you get lower on Birdie Drive. I live higher up on Birdie Drive, and I don't really notice them. Particularly now in the spring and early morning is when you start to really notice them.
Okay.
Why is a sign even allowed when it's a private resident to put it on a state highway? That shouldn't be allowed.
Well,
It's on the other side of the fence.
It's on their property.
Oh, it's on their property. Okay. Gee.
That was put up years ago by one of the homeowners up there.
Well, and I know I've seen it many times, so I just assumed it was CDOT. So thanks for that clarification. But I do want the residents to know that, you know, when we do see, you know, we don't always catch everything that they post on Nextdoor or Facebook or wherever. But when we do see that, those items, we do try to address them and provide them with the information that we have.
I did want to compliment Administrator Powell because I happened to see that comment pop up, and I forwarded it to her, but then I looked down below and she'd already responded to some of the people on that Nextdoor post.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I don't do that all day long, just so you know.
Well, I thought what you did was a good thing, though.
It's a hit or miss when that happens.
Well, I understand, but responding to them is, I think, important.
I agree. Thank you.
Okay, any other comments from the board? Okay, good discussion. Next is the consent agenda. We have 3 items. We have an easement for TRPR to the town of Milliken, a stormwater drainage easement from Ehrlich 1 Inc. to the town of Milliken, and consideration approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Colorado Department of Public Safety. I will take a motion on the consent agenda.
I'd like to remove 9C to the regular agenda.
Too late for that?
We've already done
We
an
already approved
agenda.
the agenda.
No, you do it when you're doing the consent agenda.
No.
Let's make the change when we ask for additions or changes to the agenda. You can remove
Matt? Okay.
the consent agenda at that time.
I think that that the board could entertain a motion at this point to amend the agenda so it can be taken off. I don't think that's barred.
Okay, so, moving back on not getting a motion to approve the consent agenda, I'll take a motion to
Just leave it.
approve
It's
the
just
agenda.
fine.
Okay.
I will move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Meisner?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
No.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
Trustee Dean?
Yes.
Trustee Lane?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Yes,
Mayor Austin?
Yes, for the no, can we have a reason for the no vote?
I have had a question and it can't be answered, so I'm not voting for it.
Okay. Okay, on the next item is action agenda. We have a public hearing for consideration and approval of a resolution amending the budget for 2024 to recognize additional revenues and expenditures. Wade Nickerson, Finance Director, presenting. The time is 6:45, and I'm opening the public hearing.
Good evening, Mayor and trustees. This resolution will amend the 2024 budget. The bulk of what this is we have projects that were started in the previous year, and we need to carry over the appropriation so we can finish those projects this year. We have a couple positions that were not included in the 2020 in the original budget package that have since been approved by the board, and so we're budgeting the funds for those also. And I can take any questions you have.
Okay, questions from the board. Trustee Dean.
Can you be a little more specific on those items?
So the attachment to Resolution 2411 outlines all of those items. We have office furniture for $8,000, a patrol officer for $118,169, a planner for $109,265, security cameras for $67,000, Uruk Lake Dock for $86,318. And then we have two items regarding the senior services bus purchase. We received a grant for this, for a partial payment on this bus purchase. The bus is $99,607. We're also going to receive grant revenue for that purchase in the amount of $79,685. And then we had projects. The County Road 23 3/4 project was started previously, budgeted previously. We're going to carry that over for $1,407,527. The Urlik Lake Pump House project, we're carrying over $473,482 for that. And the last project was finishing up the Cherry Street drainage project. It was almost completed last year. We had to make one final payment on that in 2024, and so we're going to carry over $115,180 for that project.
As I reviewed that list, it looks like there's about 250 new additional expenditures. The remainder of it seemed to be carryover. Is that what you have? Roughly?
Yeah, 227, yes, if new.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Trustee Beckman.
I don't have any questions, thank you.
Trustee Meisner.
I have no questions.
Trustee Lane.
No questions.
Trustee Wakeman.
No questions, thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
I have none.
Okay. And no, I don't have any further questions. So, if there's no further discussion, I'll take a motion on the matter.
Oh,
Public?
Oh, do we want to close the public hearing first?
yeah,
Do you
might
want
be.
to take public comment?
Yeah, I guess so. Getting to the next item on the agenda, do we have any public comment? Anybody that wants to comment? No.
Apologize, Mayor.
No problem. Keep me on track. It's your job, as a trustee. Okay, the time is 6:49, and we want to close the public hearing. Now I'll take a motion.
I move to adopt Resolution 24-11, recognizing and appropriating funds to carry out activities and complete projects approved by the town board.
Second.
Okay, town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Meisner?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman?
Yes.
Trustee Beckman?
Yes.
Trustee Dean?
Yes.
Trustee Lane?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Yes.
Mayor Austin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, next item is a public hearing for the consideration and approval of Resolution 24-12, a resolution updating the fees on the town fee schedule, presenting as Wade Nickerson, Finance Director, and the time is 6:50. I'm opening the public hearing.
To summarize this resolution, we have a couple updates that we need to do to our fine fee schedule. Colorado Liquor Code lays out the maximum fee for a temporary license at $100. Our fee schedule, we had it listed at $250. So what we wanted to do is bring that into line with the state code on the state liquor license code. So we changed that. And then the second piece, our contract with Waste Connections for our solid waste services calls for an annual increase of 5%. And so we increased both the trash rate and the recycling rate by 5%. I can take any questions you may have.
I'm confused. The attachment has waste management, aren't we with Waste Connections?
Waste Connections, sorry, Waste
Yeah.
Connections.
Yeah.
Waste
That's
management.
the waste management.
Yeah.
What
Attachment
attachment?
in the board packet says waste management.
And says Waste Connections,
I don't
what
know.
I'm looking at on the agenda memo.
I'm not sure where you're
That's
seeing.
strange.
I'm not sure where you're seeing waste management, I
10D,
apologize.
attachment 10D. Notice of rate increase.
No, I'm not seeing Waste Management.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing Waste Connections, sorry. No?
Must be a problem with my linking. That's really odd. Okay. Skip it. If there's, what have you got?
I have no
Are
idea.
you looking at the most updated agenda?
Yeah.
Does it say it in the fee
Gotta
schedule?
pull down.
Because I don't even see that.
I don't know where it is, I'm not
I
sure.
don't even know where you got that.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that.
Okay. That's strange. I pulled it down this weekend.
Oh, a new agenda was on Monday.
I didn't change that.
Huh? You didn't?
I only added the consent agenda items
Oh.
and added County Road 46 on Monday.
Interesting.
Ah,
Good times, people. Then I guess my fees are fine. All right, questions from the board, starting with Trustee Wakeman.
No questions.
Trustee Lane.
No questions.
Trustee Meisner.
No questions.
Trustee Beckman.
No questions.
Trustee
Dean.
Dean.
No questions.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
I have no question.
All right, I don't have any further questions tonight.
I think they were trying to confuse the mayor on that one.
I think so. I did it just to her agenda.
There you go. Do we have
If
any
we could
public
do that.
comment on the fees issue? Nobody wants to get up and address the board? Okay, the time is 6:53 and I'm closing the public hearing. If there's no further discussion, I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to adopt a resolution number 24-12. I'm
Second.
adopting, oh, go ahead. I'm adopting the fee schedule, effective May 1st, 2024.
Still second.
Keep trying.
You guys just want to make this last meeting memorable.
I was gonna say, I think we should restart.
It's really going so well. Not. Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Beckman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean.
Yes.
Trustee Lane.
Yes?
Trustee Meisner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is consideration and approval of a master service agreement with Civic Plus. Presenting is Carrie Reinbarger, Town Clerk.
Thank you and good evening, Mayor and trustees. Tonight before you is for your consideration and approval of a service agreement with Civic Plus. The service agreement, cover the ADA compliant website, Civic Clerk, which will include a updated agenda and minute software, as well as ADA compliant streaming, a mobile app for residents to send complaints to the town, and much more. Included in your packet, I provided several attachments that explain in detail which each of the items will cover. I also have Gabby Bond with Civic Plus, who's in attendance at the meeting tonight, if anybody has questions. These all fall under, some of it falls under the new House bill and Senate bills requiring local governments to become ADA compliant on IT. And I am happy to answer any questions, or so is Gabby.
Okay. Questions from the board, starting with Trustee Meisner.
I have no questions. However, I do think that the public needs to know that this is what is called an unfunded mandate that is being put before the towns by the legislature, and we don't have any choice in spending the money, even though it's a considerable amount.
And Trustee Lane?
Well, I just second what Trustee Meisner had to say there, and I know that some of the things are really good that we've needed to do, but the cost is considerable, and I don't think anyone on the board really agrees with this unfunded mandate.
Right. The other thing we're also getting from it too is a new customized website too for the town. So it not only will be compliant, but hopefully will reduce the number of complaints we get from the end users, which seem to be many.
Trustee Wakeman?
No questions.
Trustee Dean?
Just a couple of comments. I know it's necessary because of the state law, and with the exception of the new website, I would encourage staff to send a bill to the state legislature for this expense, knowing full well that it will not be paid.
We can certainly invoice them.
Oh, you're no fun.
I don't need the extra paperwork.
Okay, Trustee Beckman?
I don't have any questions. I'm looking forward to an updated website. I think it'll be very nice.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
I don't have any questions, but I agree we need an updated website, and I hope we can keep it updated weekly so citizens can have a better view of what's going on in town. But I also feel that this is just the first of a lot of these mandates yet to come.
Yeah, and I
To
will
the
tell
new
you,
board members, good luck dealing with these
there is
issues.
another bill that is gonna, if passed, will make changes to not only websites, but also how you guys conduct meetings. And one of the features that Civic Plus offers will actually have us ahead of the game of that mandate by making our streaming ADA compliant. So we are making strides to try to be ahead of some of the ones we knew are coming down the pipe as well.
Okay. I do have a couple of questions, so.
Madam Mayor and trustees.
Okay. All righty, so it looks like this is about 30 weeks for implementation. Is that correct?
Did you say 30?
30? Yeah.
They can be, so if you separate them week by week, yes. If you did both projects at the same time in implementation, it should take about 5 months, 5 or 6.
Okay.
So yes.
All right, and do we, on this, how much testing do we get to do on this during implementation? I mean, So what, the point I'm trying to get to is I don't want to see us push out, have a website launch of a product, and then we're all looking at it going, not what I had in mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. You get as much testing as you want. So when you go through the implementation process, for either the website or agenda management, we'll do the uplift with you. We'll do most of that on our side. We'll just meet with you weekly. And then we'll do trainings. All those trainings will be recorded, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So if anybody misses it, because I see everybody, I'm assuming, has kids or grandkids. So if your kiddo's got a game, we'll just redo that training for you. And then you can test as much as you want. So I believe you have 30 to 40 days to conduct all of that testing in between. And then if you need additional, we'll just assist you with it.
Okay, and you're here in Colorado? close
Yes,
to
I live
us?
in Greeley.
Oh, how convenient for you.
It is.
Unfortunate. Okay. All right, that makes me feel more comfortable. And so the training that's recorded, then we can just replay that for future employees when they get employed.
Yes,
Okay.
and you'll have free quarterly training additionally post-implementation for any staff member that wishes to attend that as well. And that can be virtual so they can chat with the live folks. Then you'll have 24/7, 365 tech support. So hopefully you feel very, very adequate in any assistance you need.
Okay, great. Board, any other questions come to mind? Thank you very much. Yes.
Training for the board or for the staff and everything sounds good, but what about those of us that are out in the public? What's gonna happen with us? I mean, how are we gonna know?
May I
Bring it to
answer
a
that?
board meeting. Go ahead.
So we can train board members, that is also included. And then it is totally up to the city if they wanted to educate on how to do it. If you want, I can show you a basic way that it's going to change a citizen interaction. If that is gonna be of help to answer that question.
Sure,
Okay.
let's see.
Friendswood, Texas is going to have everything you do. Well, they have everything you're going to. Thank you. So you'll see a Google search here. The easiest way for me to show you is to go to their website. So you'll see this is a Civic Plus website. They also have our agendas and minutes, and then they also have our code, which is Municode, and you guys have that. So the way that it's going to impact a citizen experience is that, let's say, I work at the 7-Eleven and I put out a local sign, and a semi has obstructed it. So I want to look at sign regulations. If we scroll down here, oh, sorry, you're going to see I have site content. That's anything you guys post on the website. The public can see that now. That should be pretty accessible. What is new is this agendas and minutes and this municipal code. So it's going to pull content that you publish under those portions so that it is almost like a Google search so that you can see it very, very easily. So as you can see, anything on the municipal code is searchable. So let's say I want to hit portable signs because I want to see if I can move that sign or anything along those lines. You're going to see that it can pull up the ordinances. If you want, you can also elect to have it say meeting right here in a blue box. I believe if I go back as well, I can find one that says that. Well, it looks like I hit the 2 wrong buttons to do that. But it's going to say meeting, and that meeting is going to take you directly back to your agendas and minutes. So it'll pull up the documents and your agendas and minutes that are related to that. So it would pull up this item right here. Or not item, excuse me, this agenda. So this is your HTML. So it'll loop all of that in a 360 view so that hopefully citizens can be able to find more information. You get less complaints as Ms. Carey has shared with us, and then it'll be a little bit easier for citizens as well. Does that help answer your question?
I think that's great.
Okay.
Is there a standardized color scheme for people that are colorblind?
Yes, I believe so. All of our colors are recommended.
I gotcha.
All of our colors are, obviously you get to design and customize it, but we will give you either ADA guidance that will assist with all of that. And then, as Ms. Carey said, there are ADA features built in so that you don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody got any other questions? Just providing clarification.
Where will the meetings be streamed to? Is it on the website? Would it be on the website?
Yeah,
Sorry,
microphone.
my bad.
I want to follow the rules.
I just thought of it.
So you can stream wherever you want.
Okay.
Totally up to you. I believe that you can still use YouTube, Zoom. It can have 3 different streaming locations. So you could stream the same meeting in 3 different locations,
Oh,
or you
cool.
can stream 3 different meetings
Okay.
at the same time.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's hope when they start streaming that I can get the agenda correct.
We won't hold our breath.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, no further discussion. I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to approve the service agreements with Civic Plus required for the compliance and the unfunded mandate of HB 21-1110 and SB 23-244, and for the development of new ADA compliant website, ADA compliant video streaming, agenda and minutes software, and new C-Click Fix application.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Beckman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Lane,
Yes.
Trustee Meisner,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
You and me both.
I don't want to stay here.
I don't-
Yes.
Motion carries.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to ask for a no explanation again.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
My yes vote is because I have to.
So is mine.
Y'all are giving me heartburn. Okay, the next item was tabled. So we're going on to the, Mr. Rabus, would you kindly join us? We're going to the authorization of town administrator to purchase Class 6 road base from LG Everest. Presenting is John Rabus, Streets and Facilities Director.
Good evening. This is the part of the chip seal project for County Road 46. Would be applying 6 inches of new road base material to support the double chip seal application.
Okay, questions from the board? Trustee Beckman.
No questions.
Trustee Dean.
No questions.
Trustee Meisner.
No questions, just a comment that it makes more sense to me to put in the base material before the double chip thing than to have the road deteriorate so much afterwards. So, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, Trustee Lane.
So are you guaranteed that this road won't give the washboarding effect anymore?
After we complete this, it won't do it.
All right, I'll start using it.
Man,
then.
don't guarantee anything.
I'll start using it.
Trustee Wakeman.
No questions.
Okay, I don't have any. Is there no further discussion? I'll take a motion on the matter.
I move to authorize the town administrator to purchase Class 6 road base from LG Everest for County Road 46 for $45,815.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Lane,
Yes.
Trustee Meisner,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Beckman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't have anything on the discussion or information agenda. Do I have any board member reports tonight? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we're out. Please. All right, I now call the second meeting of the Milliken Board of Trustees for April 2024 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, starting with the swearing-in ceremony for,
Mayor.
oh, Carrie Reinberger.
You're in the hot seat first.
I appreciate it if I didn't go first. This is my better side.
This is mine too. So we're right. Please raise your right hand. I, Elizabeth Austin,
I, Elizabeth Austin,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and enforce
that I will support and enforce
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and the ordinances of the town of Milliken,
and the ordinances of the town of Milliken,
and shall faithfully perform,
and shall faithfully perform,
to the best of my abilities,
to the best of my abilities,
the duties of office of mayor,
the duties of office of mayor,
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter. Thank you.
Which one's your better side?
I don't have a better side.
Please raise your right hand. I, Amanda Nix, do solemnly affirm that I will support and enforce the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the state of Colorado, and the ordinances of the town of Milliken, and shall faithfully perform to the best of my ability the duties of the office of trustee upon which I'm about to enter.
Come sit.
Alphabetical order by last name. Sorry, Mindy.
You're saving the best for last, I guess.
Correct. Do you have a better spelling? Okay. Please raise your right hand. I, Michael Orca, do solemnly affirm that I will support and enforce the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the state of Colorado, and the ordinances of the town of Milliken, and shall faithfully perform to the best of my abilities the duties of the office of trustee upon which I'm about to enter. Oh, I'm
Take an open seat for now.
I, Mindy Wakeman, do solemnly affirm that I will support and enforce the Constitution and laws of the United States of America and the state of Colorado, and the ordinances of the town of Milliken, and shall faithfully perform to the best of my abilities the duties of the office of trustee upon which I'm about to enter.
It's long.
Yeah, pass it down to Carrie. Thank you.
Amanda needs to sign first.
Oh. Okay, I see. Okay.
All right. The new board, our first order of business is to take a nomination for the mayor pro tem.
I nominate Trustee Dean as Mayor Pro Tem.
I second.
Okay. Do I have any other nominations? Is there any discussion? This is open discussion.
I just, well, I'll go first. I think that, that Trustee Dean is the most qualified. He's got years of experience, and I just think he's the most logical person for that position.
Any other comments, concerns? Questions? Do you accept the nomination?
I accept.
Okay. All right. Hearing no further discussion at this time then, Town Clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Beckman,
Yes.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Lane,
Yes.
Trustee Nix,
Yes.
Trustee Orcutt,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes?
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Will the Town Clerk please call roll?
Trustee Beckman,
Yeah, here.
Trustee Lane,
Here.
Trustee Nix,
Here.
Trustee Orcutt,
Here.
Trustee Wakeman,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dean,
Here.
Mayor Austin.
Here.
We're okay?
Okay, does anyone have any additions or deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Town Clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Dean,
Yes.
Trustee Lane,
Yes.
Trustee Meisner. Oh. Oh, nobody say anything. Trustee Orcutt.
Yes.
All right. Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Trustee Beckman.
Yes.
Got that one right. Trustee Nix. Mayor Pro Tem Dean.
Yes.
And Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay.
I see, I just wanted you to stay.
This is my least favorite part, is saying goodbye to people that have served for us, so. Tonight, we recognize 3 individuals who have much in common. All have served the town of Milliken as elected or appointed officials of the board. They've brought their diverse opinions and discussions, as well as share common goals. Many of those goals and ideas are represented in our newly elected board members. And so as we go through these alphabetically by last name, we're going to start with Leron Ehrlich. Leron has served 18 years on the board in total. His historical knowledge of the town's infrastructure and development has been key to projects that we have undertaken. For example, he was aware that an abandoned water line running up 257 provides internet service that companies can use to run lines through, saving dollars and providing services for hard-to-reach areas. He consistently considers costs and benefits to projects and has supported charitable organizations. Leron is commendable in his commitment to the town. Thank you for 18 years. And here is your plaque.
Thanks for putting up with all my crap. Congratulations.
Thank you for you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Nice working with you.
Next up is Linda Meisner. Linda has held positions on the Planning Commission as well as mayor and trustees on the board. She has given many hours in her dedication to the town, and we think that she has served over 22 years. For example, it is Linda that has led the board to purchase the modular sewer plant we have today. Sewer plants are not exciting, that they are a necessity. And it was her leadership that has saved the town money and given us the chance to be able to re-rate or expand on what we have today. And there again, another board member who looks at things from a cost-benefit point of view. In addition, she looks at social needs and was instrumental in the development of Dove Valley Senior Housing in our town. That is a very important thing for our community to have. Linda, we thank you for your service and know full well you will be keeping a watchful eye on attending our board meetings to see how we are doing. I want to thank you for your years of service.
Thank you. You guys.
Okay. Third, not last, third is Peggy Wakeman. The Wakeman family is another multi-generational family in our town. Peggy worked for the town of Milliken. She volunteers with her church and her community. In addition, she represented Milliken on the RE5J school board. Peggy brings her historical knowledge to the board and balances the needs of the community with practical use of taxpayer funds. She always keeps the spending of those funds in the front of her mind. So she is a very good steward of the taxpayers' money. And I'm glad to say that as we move forward, Peggy passes the torch to Mindy. Hopefully we will see you at our board meetings. Please come on up for your plaque. We know, we could not figure how many hours you had, or how many years you had served, but thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
I'll cry if I become.
We're too short. It already fell. You'll recover. I love you too. Good luck. Good job.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you for your service.
I didn't know what was going on.
What?
I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I see.
And the last presentation goes to Michael Orcutt for his appreciation of his service on the Planning Commission from the town of Milliken. You did serve as the head of Planning Commission before you decided to come to this side of the tracks. So hopefully you will enjoy your experience over here. Here is your plaque. Come on down.
Do I need to do the whole?
I was okay until
Welcome to the dark side.
Don't do that to me.
I've been dreading it all night. So I'm going to keep on track for the meeting. Okay. I believe that Cheryl and Carrie will be back in just a moment. Until then, we'll stare at each other.
Perfect.
There's a cute guy.
Well, he's not my cute guy.
It looks dangerous with those tattoos. I have the chief here. I'm a little suspicious.
This isn't over yet. Staff wanted to show their appreciation. I can't look at Linda. Staff wanted to show their appreciation for the many years that you have guided us. I have learned so much, not only about this community and the people that are in it, but how to conduct myself and go forward with representing this town and doing the best job I can. But I learned that from 3 individuals. I learned that from Peggy Wakeman, Leron Ehrlich, and Linda Meisner. They have been here longer than I, but I am going on 25 years with the town this year. And if it wasn't for these 3 individuals and keeping things going, that spirit that I have felt all these years would have probably diminished. And for them and the legacy of them, I want to continue doing what they have taught me. So I personally would like to thank you. There's many staff that have worked with you for many years, and you will better be at these meetings, because I haven't been able to do this without you yet. But I do hope you do attend and keep an eye on what we're doing and ask questions, because your opinions have always been valued. So you got to see me cry probably for the first time. I don't typically do so, but know that you're very loved. And thank you.
Had written a much longer presentation. I couldn't get through. In practice, I could not get through. I was like, I was like, cut it down to the bare minimum. I mean, usually it's just one person. Usually it's just one long standing board. I have no problem with it. 3 at once. And I didn't really get Peggy. I didn't feel like saying it.
I'd like to thank the staff for the great appreciation going away. It wasn't an easy decision. I was in Mexico. I asked Elizabeth to pull a petition for me. Since I was appointed, I could run for 4 more years. But after weighing the pros and cons on paper, I decided I was trying to relieve stress, not gain more. So it's time to retire. So thanks for all you that I've worked with over the years, and keep up the good work. And the new board members or existing board members, if you need any, or town employees, if you need any history or knowledge, don't be afraid to call. You guys got my number. Thanks.
Thank you. You don't even need to ask. Just go. We've lost control of this.
Thinking about my years with the town kind of caught me off guard earlier, Mayor, when you asked me about it. But actually, I started in 1975 with the sanitation district as their clerk, and did that for 4 years. Then the town and the sanitation district converged, and I went to work for the town. We actually, I was assistant town clerk, and Nora Schifferl was the town clerk, and she really took care of all of the business. And I started working on a computer, which was a brand new thing for us. There were 7 towns that all went together, and we received a grant, and we purchased through that grant computers, and started doing automated utility billing. So up until that time, we were manual. And if it had not been for Nora doing all of the work of the town clerk, I would not have been able to invest as much time in that program as I did. We were the first town up and running on the computerized billing. And I worked for the town till 1998, was finance manager, town clerk, assistant town clerk. I think that was all my titles. And then I don't remember when I served on the board, but I think I did 8-year term, or 2 4-year consecutive terms, and then 6 years now this time. So I love this town, love this government, and I'm so excited for all of you going forward. I think you'll have a great board and be able to accomplish a lot of things. Staff, you have always been so supportive of everybody and everything, and I think we have a great staff. I was going to say the best ever, but maybe I better just say great. Thanks so much.
So thank you for your 37 years of service. Thank you for your 37 years of service. I add fast.
Better than me.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I upset her. Gee, after all of that, do we have any citizens' comments, or are we done?
We have a long way to go. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
That's a lot of years of service. Very much appreciated.
All right, if we have no citizens' comments, we have nothing on the consent agenda, nothing on the action agenda, and nobody has received appointments to boards yet, so we have no board reports. At that point, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we're out.